Hello, my beautiful, beautiful Cancers. How are we doing? I can tell you one thing. Me and my best friend, or I guess I should say my best friend and I, are both Cancer suns. And we have been going through it this year. I don't know if it's the retrogrades. I don't know what it is, but separately and together we have been going through it. Luckily, it has made us way stronger. And I, for one, am so glad that we did make it through this year, because I will always think about the strength and the knowledge and the wisdom that I have gained. How are you guys feeling? We're about to find out. I'm sure as many of you have watched Tarotscopes, you know this would be your reading for your sun, moon, or rising. Personally, when I watch Tarotscopes, I always watch my sun sign, Cancer. And they always seem to resonate with me 9 times out of 10. If this reading does not resonate for you, I mean, you can check your moon and rising, because I know a lot of people that resonates with them. Or maybe I'm just not the right reader for you, at least not on this reading. If I am not, please don't leave any negative comments. Just go find another reading that resonates with you, because not all Cancers are the same in this billions and billions on this planet. Anyway, I think the energy is in here. I'm going to do one more shuffle. We'll cut the deck. I'm going to be using the Rider-Waite deck, clarifying with Golden Tarot. Depending on what I'm picking up from this reading, I will pick a couple oracle decks for you guys, a couple oracle cards. All right. The Sun, beautiful Cancer, crossed by the 2 of Swords in reverse. I do apologize, I can't find my tripod, so I'm using a cell phone. Well, I was going to use my cell phone anyway, but using a cell phone tripod. And I know you can't see the cards very clearly, but I will explain them to you. Beautiful, beautiful. I think Aries or Taurus had this in their reading, yeah. The same spot. Beautiful, beautiful. Oh, Cancer, this is better than I was expecting. Yay. All right, so your overall energy is the Sun. That's beauty, that's happiness, that is one of the most positive cards in the deck. I don't like reading energies, but this is Leo energy. What's crossing you is the 2 of Swords reversed. So you came out of this, Cancer. Can you see it? Sorry. Not a lot of light over here. You took the blindfold off. You figured out what I feel like you were feeling stuck for a little bit. In some type of situation, you might have been feeling stuck. I don't know if it was a relationship or at work. You're very indecisive because you felt like you didn't have enough information, or you just didn't feel the courage to move forward in a direction. So you sat there. You waited. And I think what made you come out of that energy is you're reaping what you sowed. So those seeds that you planted throughout the last, I'm going to say 12 months, are growing. What those seeds are, I don't know. That's whatever's in your life. If they were negative, they were negative. If they were positive, they were positive. If it was stuff you were manifesting or whatever, you're seeing it. I'm picking up some energies that you guys some of you might have been in a maybe a relationship or something that you were clinging to because you hoped it would work out. But for some reason, I feel like you knew deep down it wouldn't. But you were too scared, not scared, but you didn't want to walk away from it. Maybe you really loved this person, or you saw potential in a future with them, but you knew deep down that they weren't going to change, or there was no chance of a future with them because you guys didn't really link up, and there was a lot of conflict here. They're moving out of troubled waters now, but in the past, you were staying in those troubled waters, and you were trying to hold out, you know? Yeah, I see that there was maybe a relationship, and you guys might be on a break, or maybe you have split for the time being. Seems like you guys are going through some, like, that type of situation, or you have in the past. This energy doesn't feel super heavy, though, so I feel like if there were a lot of emotions going into it, and you guys were devastated at some point, you're coming out of it. You might not be feeling 100%, but you're starting to see the sunlight, you know? This might have been a karmic relationship, or if they did you wrong, even if they didn't do you wrong per se, but if you feel like this wasn't a fair situation, karma is coming back around, and the tides are turning, because you guys felt like you were left out in the cold. You were left out in the cold, you were injured, you were brokenhearted. I keep hearing the word ghosted, but I mean, this could be vice versa. Maybe just they were cold to you. I mean, this could also represent financial lack, or like for people who aren't doing a love reading, this could also pertain to financial lack. You guys were lacking. Maybe you invested in something, you know. But this is in the reverse, and this is your near future. So you're coming out of the cold. You're no longer injured. You're feeling yourself again. You're gaining that money back. You're gaining that stability back. If it is a love situation, I see you guys becoming more solid in yourself. I mean, this person could be coming back and making you feel good, but I get more of a sense of like, you're like, okay, I'm seeing it as it is for the first time, and I'm truly letting that truth in, and I'm better by myself, so I am going to come out of the cold because I kept myself in the cold. I could have come out of the cold a long time ago, but I kept myself there. So you guys are gaining that momentum back in yourself, which is, that is beautiful in itself. Yeah, so sorry, my allergies are acting up, guys, but we've got the Queen of Swords reversed in the U position. So I think some of you guys really had to cut somebody out, and you didn't do it nicely. I mean, maybe you did it nicely. I've always heard this quote that's, karma's a bitch, but she's also a lady. And that's what keeps coming to my mind. And I think maybe you just had enough of whatever was going on, and you really put your foot down. And when you put your foot down, you might have gotten a little emotional about it, because we are Cancers, and I know that every Cancer I've ever known, but especially depending on their moon sign, but every Cancer that I've ever known, when you cross a Cancer and they've had enough, it gets a little ugly. And we don't always act the best, I should say. So I could see you being real mean to cut this person out. Not real mean, but, you know, really standing your ground, being a little bitchy. But good for you, you know? At the bottom of the deck, I glanced over at this. You had the Ace of Swords, so you might have found out some sort of truth. But what I'm really feeling is that you finally found the truth within yourself. And you realized your worth, you know? You were like, why am I holding on to this? I give, and I receive nothing back. And maybe this person was like a energy vampire or some type of situation like that. Because I know that Cancers give, they're motherly, they're loving, and they want the best for everyone. But we also need to be nurtured, you know? And I don't think this person was nurturing you, and I think you realize that. I think you really realize that. All right. We've got the Four of Wands. This is happiness around you. This is stability. Some people say this is like a twin flame or soulmate card, marriage. I mean, it could be, but some of you could be going to a wedding. Like, I mean, it's kind of whatever. But I believe this is really telling you that by cutting this situation out and seeing your worth again and everything else, either you're going to, I mean, all of you are going to bring in someone new, right? You're going to bring in somebody who's so good for you and who isn't toxic like this person was. But I'm also seeing just happiness around you and family time. And maybe it's because of the holidays and everything else, but I see you guys being happy and happy energy around you. Especially with the Sun card. I feel like you're really coming out of this. But the conflict might not be over yet, and you guys might still be fighting in your head, like, especially, like, I know when you lay down at night and you're alone and you're about to fall asleep, you start thinking about that person, or you start thinking about that situation. Everyone goes through this. It doesn't have to be a person. I'm sorry. I keep going to that. I just feel a really heavy relationship in this reading. But, you know, you're laying down, you're about to go to sleep, and then your mind starts racing. The anxiety kicks in. And it's like it's just really, really going in your mind. But I feel like you guys are slowly but surely coming out of it. And you're preparing for a shift in 2019 where you're going to be working on your mind, body, and soul. You already started. He's already down here. He's working. But you guys are really going to kick it into high gear once the holidays are over. Now I feel like we're all kind of on our downtime, you know, kind of spending family time, getting ready for the holidays, taking that little break we needed, the breather we needed. But, yeah, I mean, you're coming out of something, Cancer. I'm happy to see that. I was expecting. Yeah, exactly. The Death card. We're transforming. That situation was to transform us. And I think we're all seeing it. Some of us are holding on a little tighter than the others. I went through a similar situation where I was grasping pretty tight. But I was trying to meditate as much as possible, trying to do my cards. And I know I needed to let that situation go. Clarify this Four of Wands. This is what's really confusing me. Yeah, I think someone's going to be coming in for you that's good, that will actually commit. I feel like there was commitment issues here. I'm getting an overall commitment issue. But this is a stable foundation. Maybe your true soulmate is coming in, guys. For some of you, that's definitely the case. For others of you, it might just be you're finding stability in your family, and all of the heartbreak and sleepless nights and anxiety you went through, you're finding comfort in your family during these times. They're really helping you and your friends, you know. Let's clarify this Five of Swords, please. Everything else is pretty apparent. Clarify this Five of Swords. So the Six of Swords and the Three of Cups, yeah. You're still fighting the situation, but you're moving from it. Didn't this already? Yeah, this already came up in your reading, but now it's upright. You weren't moving, now you're moving. Sorry, I didn't realize you guys can't see. You're moving away from it. So all of those conflicts in your mind at night, you're getting out of them. And you know what comes after that? This also popped out, the Three of Cups, celebration. So what I'm seeing right now is you and your friends talking about this situation that you just made it through. And maybe they were going through situations too. I know me and my best friend are both going through similar situations this year. We're both Cancers. And I can just see us at the end of the year, once we're feeling all right, you know, clinking our wine glasses, saying, damn, we made it through that. With all of the retrogrades this year and everything we've all been going through, I think we deserve this Three of Cups. We deserve the celebration. And if you guys keep working on yourself, you're only going to find happiness. Know your self-worth, Cancer. Don't stay in a situation where they are not meant for you. I'm going to pull you 2 Romance Angels cards. This reading is going longer than I expected it to. Yeah. I should only keep it at this one. Release your ex. The time has come to clear your energy. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We got to get past this, guys. I'm currently in the process of doing the same thing, so this is really resonating with me. They're only going to tie you down, and you cannot be holding on to the past and waiting for new energy to come in, because the new energy will not come in if you're still on the past. If you're still clinging to the past, you've got no open hands to receive the new energy coming in. And most of you know with your intuition that this wasn't the right person for you. They didn't make you feel comfort. They just took from you. They never gave you anything, and when they did, it was only to get something in return. But you know what? We're Cancers, so we give. We nurture. That's our nature. And that's beautiful, but sometimes people take advantage of that, you know? I'm going to shuffle one more time, and I'm going to play one. Keep an open mind. Maybe you thought this person was your soulmate, but someone's coming in for you. Your soulmate may differ from the usual type, or from your usual type and expectation. This wasn't the one, guys. This wasn't the one. And you know what? It's no one's loss. I mean, they're going to be feeling that loss, trust me, because if you lose a Cancer, they're never going to find anyone as nurturing as us. Maybe that's me being cocky, but they're going to regret it. But you know what? You shouldn't, because that wasn't the right person for you. And the right person is going to come in, and then it's going to be like that saying, this is why it didn't work out with anyone else, because I was meant to be with you. You know that saying? And that's really beautiful. I'm pulling one more card. This is from the deck that I created. It's nothing special. It's just a bunch of things typed on index cards. Okay. Okay, for some of you, it might be an air sign. That's a weird one to pop out. But there are a lot of swords in this reading, so, I mean, you guys could be dealing with an air sign for sure. Let's see. Yeah, right on track. You're exactly where you should be, even if it doesn't feel like it. I know whatever changes you guys are going through are very uncomfortable. I know they are. But the only way through it is through it, guys. And we just got to keep on moving. I told Gemini the same thing. Their reading was very fear-based. But we got to get through this, guys. And you know what? The faster we get through it, the faster the blessings come in. Just remember this, though. This was probably, definitely with the Justice card here, this was a karmic relationship for a lot of you. And those are meant to bring lessons to us. And if we don't learn those lessons, we will repeat the cycle, even if it's with someone else. So please, for your sake, try to sit back and feel grateful for the lessons. Try to figure out what those lessons were. And instead of looking at the situation with sadness and remorse and regret, please try to find the blessings in the lessons and figure out what those lessons were and really let those resonate. Okay? Anyway, I hope you have a very Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and a really Happy New Year. I will talk to you guys soon. Thank you.